answers. No broken locks, no shattered glass, no signs of a struggle. Everything was exactly where it should be. Not empty silence, but a silence that listened back. No overturned chairs, no broken furniture. Scratches, no words, carved, not written, scratched by trembling fingers. It lingers still. Inspector Elias. It started with a call no one wanted to receive, late at night, in a neighborhood where silence wasn't just common. It was expected, respected, almost enforced. The kind of silence that makes even the smallest sound feel wrong. A modest apartment on the 3rd floor in a quiet suburban block where porch lights stayed on and nothing ever shattered the peace. At least, that's what the neighbors believed. Because in places like this, people don't look too closely. They don't ask too many questions. And they certainly don't expect horror to live right next door. The authorities arrived just past midnight. No sirens, no chaos. Just quiet footsteps and exchanged glances that carried more questions than answers. No broken locks, no shattered glass, no signs of a struggle. Everything was exactly where it should be. And yet, there was a body lying perfectly centered in the living room, still, cold, unmoving, as if the room itself had arranged him there, as if the air had decided to hold its breath and never let it go. The victim was Marcus Hale, 34 years old, lived alone, clean record. No enemies, no conflicts, no reason to end like this. But something was deeply, impossibly wrong. The door was locked from the inside. Not just locked, fortified, chain engaged. Deadbolt turned, even a chair jammed firmly beneath the handle. Whoever or whatever had done this could not possibly have left. And yet, Marcus Hale was dead. That's when Inspector Elias Thorne arrived. He had seen things most people couldn't even imagine. Cases that twisted logic, bent reality, left questions that never truly had answers. But this one felt different. Too perfect, too clean, too quiet. Like the apartment itself was hiding something. Not from them, but from the world. He stepped inside slowly, and immediately he felt it. The air, thick, heavy, still. Not empty silence, but a silence that listened back. No overturned chairs, no broken furniture, no signs of panic. Just order, perfect, unnatural order. And that silence, it pressed against the ears, like something alive, watching, waiting. His eyes scanned every inch, slowly, carefully. The wall clock had stopped. Exactly at 11:47 p.m. Not cracked, not damaged, just stopped, as if time itself had chosen that moment and refused to move forward. The windows, all sealed from within, locked tight, untouched. In the kitchen, a single coffee mug sat half full, still warm. Steam curled lazily upward, soft, slow, unnatural, as if it had just been poured seconds ago. But that couldn't be right, because Marcus had been dead for hours. So why was the coffee still breathing? Inspector Elias Thorne crouched beside the body. No wounds, no blood, no poison traces, nothing. Just a face, frozen in absolute shock. Eyes wide, unblinking. As though he had seen something that should not exist. Something the human mind was never meant to understand. That's when his gaze shifted, slowly, to the far wall, the mirror. At first, nothing seemed unusual, just a reflection, still, silent, normal, but then he noticed it, slightly tilted, not broken, not cracked, just wrong. The kind of wrong you don't notice immediately, but once you see it, You can't unsee it. He approached, each step heavier than the last. The silence grew tighter, as if the room was reacting. He reached out, adjusted it just slightly, and then his blood ran cold. Behind the mirror, a hidden door, sealed from the inside as well. For a moment, no one spoke, because now the impossible had become real. They pried it open, slowly, carefully, reluctantly. A narrow passage revealed itself, dark, tight, waiting, as if it had been there for a very long time and had been used. At the end, a small chamber, too small, too silent, too wrong, empty, except for a single wooden chair, facing a blank wall, no windows, no light, just that chair, placed with intention. And on the wall, scratches, deep, violent, desperate, layer over layer, as if someone had tried again and again and again to escape and failed every single time. Between the scratches, the words, carved, not written, scratched by trembling fingers. It lingers still. Inspector Elias Thorne turned sharply, too fast, too sudden. The apartment remained silent. But something had changed. The silence wasn't empty anymore, it was watching. He could feel it. Eyes from everywhere and nowhere. His radio crackled. Inspector, building cameras show nothing. A pause. No one entered. Another pause. No one left. He didn't answer. I guess he wasn't listening anymore. He was staring at the mirror. Slowly, carefully. His reflection stared back. But something was wrong. He raised his hand. The reflection followed. A second too late. Just a fraction. But enough. Enough to break reality. Enough to confirm it. And then it smiled. A slow, unnatural, knowing smile. A smile that did not belong to him. A smile that had been waiting, watching, learning. In that frozen moment, everything clicked. Marcus Hale had not been murdered. There was no intruder, no forced entry, no escape. He had been trapped with something. Something that needed no doors, no windows, no keys. Something that existed only where light met glass. Something that watched without blinking. Something that waited until you noticed it. And then it noticed you. And now it was watching. Inspector Elias Thorne. The silence returned. Deeper, heavier, alive, waiting, smiling. And the apartment remained perfectly locked from the inside.